Howdy folks, and welcome to another episode of Sherlock Holmes, Primes and Punishments with your host, James Brie. Of course, although I admit the accent has stayed, but the character does seem to have slipped me quite a lot. I will give you that. How are you all doing today? Lovely to see you all, as always.
Holmes, what happened?
Are we dying?
I feel deathly.
And you look it.
Did you have a hangover? I feel like he has a hangover.
Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
What old habits? What is his old habits?
The pupil is dilated.
Drugs. Do we believe drugs?
The temperature
believe we
appears
believe
to be
drugs.
normal.
Or very hungover?
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
I'm slightly... I don't want to be Watson, I'll be honest with you.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
Alright. Oh. Okay. This
A
is
weak
entertaining.
pulse, around 50 beats per minute.
What is a good pulse? It's like 120 or something.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
Just give me a
The
good shot.
antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink
What?
it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
Well, I would have died.
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Just give me a
Mr.
second.
Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes.
Just like that, I
Glad
bounce
find
back to
you
my
here.
feet.
I need your help. This
Fuck
is a
off, what the
strange
fuck is going on?
We have brought in two young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the
Bankers.
Chamber, and so on and
Sorry.
so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A
Interesting.
romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the buff, but what?
They were
As I
bonking.
And they were tied together.
Bondage
In
bonking.
imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway.
Don't
was a
throw in
band
my friend. If you're
around
so
the
vanilla
boat
that you
with
don't
the
know what
RMS
bondage is, it's
Oceanic
okay. I
that
can
was
show you the
signed
way.
by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes.
I'll give you the
These
largest
two
steamer
young
ever
banker
built.
chaps are sons of the owners of the
Sorry.
White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
Oh,
I'm
where are
not
they?
interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking.
Thank you very
It's
much.
a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the
Ice
Roman
pick.
Baths in
Ice
Strand
pick.
Lane.
It's in a hot place. It's a nice pick,
vanishing
right?
weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
This what are you doing? You half-dressed motherfucker. Anyway, yeah, I have no idea what the hell that was at the start. Anyone who are bigger Sherlock Holmes fans, are you able to fit it in the comments for me? Let me know, as well as, whatever else you want to say. Yes, welcome to the next episode of Primes and Punishments. I took 3 attempts to say that. I'm very sorry. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm enjoying the hell out of the game. It's chill. It is, in all honesty, right? This is not trying to blow smoke on my own ass or anything. This is probably one of the hardest games I've done in terms of like a let's play for it, because it doesn't have quite the same energy, as the rest of the games we've done. Like, it's been a very pretty game.
What a beautiful place.
Absolutely.
Dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the
Rodney!
It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you very
I
much,
shall
Mr.
be waiting for you
Lestrade.
here, but please hurry.
Why hurry? The suspects.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager
Well, they're
of the
all
bath,
bonking.
Sir
It's
Gregory
just bonked to
Blinkhorn,
death.
A lad from the city council.
You can't find the weapon because it's
and
still on the
an
person.
artist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well,
That doesn't
we
seem very
shall see.
fair, does it? The crime weapon.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All 3 witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here.
Let's
We
see.
even had
No,
to
it wouldn't be
ring the
gas
lock
because all
to
4
enter.
would be dead, wouldn't
I
they?
see.
Witnesses?
Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes,
Gentleman.
Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called
He
the
did it.
police. He'll be able to give you more details.
He probably did it. Right, yes. So, yes, as I say, I'm enjoying the hell out of it. It's a beautiful game. It's I love the detail. It's gorgeous. I love the voice acting. They are pretty wonderful. So I wish to get this going as well. But it's like, compared to everything else we
Good
do
day
that
to
has
you,
like a
Mr.
very
Phillips.
clear
My name
story.
is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson.
Dr.
Would you be
Watson,
so
who
kind
saved me
as to
this morning
answer
from
my
my drug
questions?
habits.
Certainly, sir.
Okay. First, we analyze. Do you have dilated pupils as well? No, but you have light wrinkles. Scissor cut. Grooms himself. Lives alone. Interesting. This is an interesting one to pick up. Oh, the actual hair you were doing that to. I thought you were doing that to his fastidious. I love that word. Golden buttons. Shiny buttons that he polishes because he is alone. Right? Just a city. You support the team or not? Where's the crotch? Crotch is... Crotch, right, crotch! Sorry. Tell us what happened.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning,
Okay.
and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The
Of course you
brazier
did.
was still burning.
There was a
I love that
fire
word, brazier.
burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The
Oh,
gentlemen
interesting.
had a
That's
meeting
cool.
at 9
Didn't
o'clock
know that.
this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police.
Interesting.
One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Very interesting.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then,
Was he?
while we were
Who's
discussing
dead?
work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived.
Rodney.
And Mr.
Rodney's
Garrow
dead,
followed.
isn't he?
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
And you would not have left it open, otherwise the steam would have got out, obviously. Yes, so that's very strange. This is...
The steam
Very-
room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, fuck you. But thank you. Fuck thank you. Thank fuck you. Maybe I shall thank fuck you like Gregory. Okay? Or Rodney got thank fucked. Thank fucked all over the steam room. Sorry. Yes. So yes, it's a wonderful game. It's just, it's very, it's tricky, I should say,
Champagne
to make sure that
for
this
a
stays
special
interesting for you
occasion.
guys. I hope. I'm enjoying it, don't get me wrong.
to keep
And
the
like, if I was playing it on my own,
champagne
it'd be keeping me in raptures, I should say. But yes, it's just like normally when we play a game, we have like a lot of story going on behind it, and it feels like there is a story here somewhere.
Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Oh, it's Atlas. It's Atlas all over the walls with a little tiny cock. But he's a little tiny man, so potentially that is average size, I suppose. Yes,
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room.
neatly folded.
Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
But not the murderer. Not the murdered, sorry. Because there's only 3, right? And there's 3 suspects, but where does the murdered person's clothes? What I'm saying is kind of odd. Are we going to send... I feel like we're going to detect a smell. Okay, that is... Well, I suppose that answers...
Lord Holmes.
Ah, death
Yes.
with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Piquancy. What does that mean?
Almost had an hour.
Theme?
Let us forget about that.
I don't think Watson's going to forget about that, friends. Who are you? Oh, you are the 3 people who are... Okay. Okay. So, At first I was wondering maybe if the...
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Interesting. Interesting indeed. Yes, sorry. I was wondering if potentially there was like a chemical that was put onto the brazier to, I don't know, that was maybe specifically engineered to trigger this man's, what word am I looking for here? He has a key. There's a key underneath him. I can see the key. I can see the key. Trigger this man's butt.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Trigger this man's allergies. That's the word I'm looking for. Trigger this man's allergies. There's a key there. I can see
This
it.
key is covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Awesome. Would the blood not have left a fingerprint, I hope? But yes, clearly, I gouged out.
Pierced the right eye straight through to the brain.
Or
Death
that
had been instantaneous.
would not have, you know, been done by steam, I suppose. But
The wound should
potentially
not
the
have
ice
bled
pick
so
thing we can go back.
profusely. This pool is rather large.
The water from the ice pick has thinned it out.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Okay, why not? We'll do that, yes.
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very
was?
likely removed it before the steam session.
Where are his clothes?
Death is very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
Very interesting.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
Thank you very much, my
We
friend.
don't have many leads here.
What
We have
concerns
3.
me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
It's
Holmes?
ice.
Please
It's
have the body
theoretically
removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
It's
All
the
right,
only
Mr.
logical
Holmes.
thing, right? Surely the heat of the hot
It's
room
fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber.
would dilute
Suppose
the
they did it.
blood enough that it would
There
pour
are a
quicker,
great
right?
many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
I do. In my defense, I do know this. Okay, so now we need to talk to these 3 gentlemen. Mr. Garrow, you have the bloody
Blood
handprint.
traces wiped on the towel.
Because you're going to
It's
say that you
horrible.
wiped it.
So Rodney, he's dead.
Sure,
Can't we
Rodney.
speak about it somewhere else?
No, we're talking about it right here,
I
my
found
friend.
him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
Dude, did the blood not give it
I'm in
away?
shock. I don't want to talk.
I don't like either of you people. You're not very helpful.
Horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Okay, you people are useless. Can I not do anything else examining these clothing? These clothing. These clothings? These piles of clothes. These clothing. Strange. But yes, ice. There's got to be something else with this.
Unopened.
There is.
It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Because it would answer why there was an ice. I mean, it would be the easiest way to carry the thing without actually making it, you know, melt it, wouldn't it?
Any progress, Mr. Holmes?
Well, you say that, but I have had some progress, yes. I've deduced that the 3 men in there are definitely the suspects. No, I have no idea.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared.
It is
I don't know
strange.
where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
Bloody key, chilled champagne, morning telegram, blood sample, earth sample. What do I actually have on you? What's the portfolio ones? They're these ones, isn't it? Right, so Phillips is from Manchester. He takes care of both himself and the establishment where he works, and he is seen as a good employee. He went out this morning to send a telegram. Telegram. Okay, there we go. That's easier. Morning telegram.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched
My
a
problem. I got distracted by the
around
crotch, and I
7:30.
didn't look at the thing that was in his
How
pocket.
could you? No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's imp. I'll tell you everything. I left
There
the
you go.
baths
Well done,
at
my friend.
7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was
Interesting.
away for
Are
20
you trying to pull at
minutes,
my heartstrings?
and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
How
Did you
expensive
check
was your
to see
school
if the key
uniform?
was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
Who bought the
There's
champagne?
a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Well, you didn't put it there, did you?
What should we do next, Holmes?
I wish to question you. I believe this man is the killer. Can I go this way or not? I can. Interesting. What do we have? We have... Dear friend, I wish to organize a press conference at the Strand Lane Baths next month, 1893. It was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt. But now it is time to set my focus upon English archaeology, to shine the light on our national treasures and reveal them to the public. I would like to see as many journalists as possible in attendance to record this event and record it favorably, if we treat them well enough. I would like to recall my old friendship with Lord Blackmore and use the special funds of the Royal Archaeological Institute for this event. Sir Rodney Beatcliffe. Interesting. There are few among us who could claim any degree of unfamiliarity with the name Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. He is a gentleman who possesses the wealth, notoriety, and vigour to well match the finest of his ilk abound in England. His intellect is equal to his charms, as has oft been declared by the young ladies of the European aristocracy and their loins. He holds powerful connections within the Lord's Chamber and carries an influence inside the political world. There are those who would call him unforgiving or authoritarian. To those, I say poo-poo. We should rather say that Sir Rodney is determined and ambitious. His presence at any archaeological site can only mean success for all concerned. Finally, miraculous reopening for the Strand Lane Roman Baths excavation research. The research efforts were about to be halted when a saviour arrived in the form of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Sir Rodney has taken over immediate control of the excavation, claiming that the site holds the key to a great mystery. We pledge to update our readers with all of the exciting news as it develops. Interesting. So Sir Rodney was funding an excavation into this place. We have a shield. Not a shield. Maybe we do have a shield. There's a lot of reading here. This metal plate, besides its archaeological interest, appears to be a part of something larger. At the present moment, I'm unable to determine exactly what that might be. What is the plate? Okay, it's not a shield. Okay, that is
A
disappointing.
shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
Put light through it? Shine light through it, I would imagine. I don't know.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Okay, cool. Right, so that one's cleared. And the table for
Tools
more
used by
archaeological findings.
archaeologists in their research.
Interesting. And more pot.
I
like
need
pot.
these tongs.
Why will we need these tongs? Why doth we need the tongs? Tong, 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 tong.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Okay, that is exactly the same line as used for the small ones. Do you not get any bored of saying the same things? Examine the box. Okay. What
Glass
does that say?
plate negatives. A remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
That's cool. There's one that looks different, though.
It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
Oh, yeah. Do I have to look through every single one of these?
A glass plate negative is missing.
Interesting. Okay, well, that is very interesting. But as everything in this room, I believe. Is that a plaque on the wall? Oh, that's Rodney's office. Okay. So Rodney, although nuts, does actually work. Okay. Well,
My
that's
God, are you all
convenient.
right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
Well, nowhere anymore.
Frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely
Frigidarium.
unscathed, but
Sorry.
by a very small margin.
That's great. That's what a
And
great name.
treacherous is an understatement.
I don't think anyone's getting to the Frigidarium anymore.
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
Yes, very simple. Holmes, you stress out way too much, my friend. Anyway, right, so we've got some information we can start going on. We've got some blood to test and a key to link to somebody. I guess we should not talk to
progress, Mr.
Lestrade.
Holmes?
Or not talk to Lestrade. Why can I not talk to those three gentlemen yet? Okay, so what is the deal? Find a missing weapon that was used to kill Sir Rodney Bentcliffe, and search the crime scene and the area of the Strand Lane Baths. I really feel like it's a nice pick. I mean, I'm probably set on that now. What was that?
Changing room.
Oh, right, okay. And then this is for the Frigidarium.
Frigidarium.
Frigidarium. Okay, can I have a look at your... Can I dust your
These baths are becoming
drawers?
sinister.
Can I adjust your drawers? Can I adjust your drawers? I don't suppose you're going to let me talk to these people yet, though, are you? So if I do... There's got to be another way in here, potentially. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, I didn't examine this. My bad.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier.
Interesting.
These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
Myopia. Which one of these fine gentlemen has myopia? What is this?
I should analyze this melted metal.
Okay, well, it's not going to be an ice pick then, is it? God damn it. Am I analyzing? So, multiple, perform analysis. Search archives. Perform analysis. Perform analysis. So I need to go back home, by the sounds of it. I need to go back to the place, my home, where I do all my analysis work and everything like that, and do some work. Although, potentially, Lestrade is not going to let me.
I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
No objections, my friend. You take them as you see fit. No objections. Wait. No objections.
None, Lestrade.
Because they will not talk to me here anyway, so I'm fine with you taking them home. Or taking them to the yard, sorry. Examine the crime scene. I feel like we got everything we needed to get from here. We haven't missed any clues yet, which I'm quite happy about, so good job us, I think. We're going to go back to Baker Street first, and we're going to do these analyses. Analyses? Doesn't feel right. Maybe is analysis one of those words where it's just generally, it's just a plural and a singular? I did an analysis. I did many analysis. No, analysis is... It feels good, but it doesn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Like many things in life, you know. Anyway, analyze the dirt. Okay, what have we got here then? How doth one set the focus? There we go. Is that not the focus? That must be the focus, no? What, there's a something.
Pyrite,
Okay, this...
otherwise known as
It's
fool's gold.
Okay, interesting. Does he think there were
Selenite.
gold in them there baths?
Pyrite.
Something over here.
White clay particles.
Interesting.
Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay.
Yes.
Now, I need to find
It would make
which
sense because
area
he
near London
digs,
this
so
sample
doesn't he?
belongs to.
So possibly in the baths of London. Right, white clay. White clay is what we're looking for.
The
Purple, so
sample
is there.
of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans.
Well, that was quite easy. Analyze the blood.
Let us analyze this blood sample.
Yes, let us do that.
This blood has not
Nice.
coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside.
I'm confused. Am I right or am I wrong? I mean, I won't know that until later on, I suppose.
I must take a
Pipette, 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 pipette. Peroxide. Drop peroxide. Okay.
water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
Did I mean, we found the metal thing, but did I actually get it spot on before the crime even
This is a
started?
piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver.
Okay, so if it reacts the same way as silver, then it's silver. That's what we're saying, right? Okay, that's fine. I mean, I suppose, but you'd have to have some of the liquid anyway, or the metal anyway, wouldn't you? Oh, it goes there. It is silver
The
indeed.
reaction is the same red stain. It is silver. Britannia silver quality.
Interesting. Why is that interesting?
My analysis table.
Unless he was
It is
using, I
useful
don't
for
know.
my work.
I don't know. Unless he was using, unless the silver has nothing to do with the weapon, and it was actually, you know, to do with, you know, talking to them about what he has found. You know, 1893 is a remarkable year. So 1893, East Africa. I don't need that. I've only also just realized that apparently we can change this bit too. Which I didn't really realize. You know, I was quite stupid. Urban economics, yeah. Because yes, Lestarpas is there. I didn't know that. I was quite stupid.
That
Ancient
is not
Egypt.
the one I need.
Okay. Medicine. It won't be medicine. Botany. No. Encyclopedias. Newspapers. Don't need newspapers. I need research, maybe. Chemistry. On archaeology. Is there an archaeological one? Marks and symbols. There is no archaeological one. Okay. Blood tests. No. Hemlock seeds. Digitus potions and toxins. Wounds. No. Criminal statistics. Criminalistics. Sorry. I struggle with that one. Boxing nipple art. 3 steps to surviving a waterfall. Okay. Bartesian cane fighting. Sorry. Marks and symbols. The Divine Syndicate. London Garden. Supplies. Skull and Bones. I'm being dense again, aren't I? I feel like I am being dense again. 1884. Maybe it's not specifically 1893. It could be on either side of it. No? East Africa Company. It does say Egypt, right? I mean,
That is not the one I need.
I just... Oh, Bentcliffe. Your name is Bentcliffe. I was looking for Egypt. I was being stupid. The Great Excavation in Assuan has taken over 3 years. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe directed the archaeological work. A mummy was found with an enucleated eye and posed in an unusual position. The right hand was tensed, as if reaching out for something or to someone. The mummy was buried upright. She has been named the Desperate Mummy due to her very peculiar characteristics. Nearby could be read in Latin, "By the eye he was punished, for he saw what he was not worthy." The mummy is believed to be Roman rather than Egyptian, as some symbols found in the tomb are in common with Mithraic mysteries. Interesting. Very
Here
cool.
it is.
Very cool stuff.
By
Very
the
cool
eye
stuff
he was
indeed.
punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
I wonder if Bentcliffe was done the same way. Maybe a strange cult found him. The strange court found him, and they were like, no! The power of the Empire is growing day by day. As of yesterday, the Mexican consortium Caracal began serving the cause of the British Empire. Interesting. The arrangement is undeniably profitable for London and England overall, and is a great achievement for our exceptional diplomatic and political community. In other news, a train has mysteriously disappeared en route to Evesham railway station. Okay, so basically, Mycroft has now got his own secret mafia. Well done, Mycroft. Good job, but if I could have done it, I would have done it myself. I absolutely would have done. You can have a mafia in your pocket. Why not, right? Go for it. Okay. What's next? Hello, you guys are new. Hello, you two. You two bumping uglies. Okay, do we have any evidence in here as well? We have a little bit this time. Bedcliffe's belongings. Okay, this time.
Map.
Okay, I'm going to take evidence. I suppose it's a good thing there's no, like, real check being done.
It may contain something of interest.
Because, like...
The last pages were torn out. We must
but
find
if I
a way
take
of
it and I
retrieving
get...
Sir Rodney's last lines.
Pencil!
Watson, please prevent anyone
Pencil.
from entering the room.
There we go.
But first, fetch me a pencil.
Man, I can do this shit without it affecting things. I can't do everything. I'll be honest.
I don't want to damage the traces.
Is it not just easier to like use the side of it? I feel like it'd be easier to use the side of it. This is gonna take all fucking day. Oh, for God's sake. I mean, I know what I'm doing, so it's not like I can't just skip this. Oh, it's only at the top bit. Okay, well, we've already fucking started this at this point. Is that not done? Are you not entertained? Is that not done? You know what I said about it's hard to do this game for a Let's Play because it's lacking energy sometimes? When I'm doing this as part of the fucking game. There we go. Thank God for that.
And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief. I'm sure that Watson won't mind if I use his.
He might. He might indeed. Okay, well, I mean, it's not exactly high-level gameplay, I'll be honest with you, but it works. Today, I almost found it. This date will be something.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
Hello there, my
I prefer
friend.
to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
Interesting.
I'm
Very
not sure
interesting.
that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure
Oh,
that you
back
must,
out of it.
Constable.
Well,
You don't appear to have much fighting, you do, you dickhead. Age 63, the right eyeball has been pierced to the hilt by a curved bladed knife. Ooh, okay. The blade cut through the orbit of the frontal bone, ripping a part of the frontal lobe and the corpus callosum, after which completing its trajectory into the cerebellum, causing hemorrhagic lesions. All of these injuries led directly to the death of the individual. At the upper lobe of the right lung, there is an old injury filled with an amount of mucus and ciliated debris that may correspond to a chronic infection by elements likely inhaled in a burial chamber. Decaying mummy, for example, or a dried and decomposing food product intended to accompany the deceased in their grave. The remainder of the body does not appear to have been damaged. Interesting. Very interesting. There's two other items that I haven't picked up yet. I'm also, he's telling me off for, like, tampering with evidence. I'm just taking all the evidence at this point. Dear sir, the interests I represent require the situation at the baths to be changed for the better. At the present, the frigidarium excavations remain under your direction, and yet the works have not progressed. You have failed to find anything of value, and we are unable to make the frigidarium accessible to the public. The frigidarium is a valuable asset in recreation of the Roman bath experience. I urge you to complete your work within the next 2 months. You have this remaining time to conclude your archaeological research and to find yourself another workplace. So Gregory Pitkin's letter.
An ordinary pencil.
Very interesting. Ooh, a
An
Roman
old
coin.
and rather dirty coin.
Okay, very interesting. I'm just going to take that as well, apparently.
This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed
wedding
it
ring.
before entering the steam room.
Okay, so an engraving on this one, I suppose. What is that? It's like a little bit of...
I see the join. This ring was repaired, and quite badly too, with
Yeah, it's a bit
silver.
shit. It is a bit shit. Is there an engraving or anything like that on the inside?
An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very
Maybe it's a
pertinent
membership of
question.
a club. If I'm getting all of this right by pure intuition, I'm going to be very impressed with myself. I won't lie. What's that?
A file,
Drug file.
with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia.
Okay.
However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
So if he dropped some of that onto the
When Garrow
the
found
brazier.
Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself.
Does that make it too obvious that it's him? You know, no, wrong one. I feel like, you know, caught red-handed is a little bit cliche, you know?
An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim.
And a letter.
Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card.
Interesting. Okay, well that didn't give us much information, did it? Pitkin's belongings. Garrett's belongings. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Sorry about that. Yeah. Been a long couple of days. Trying to get a lot of stuff done lately. Right, we've got quite a lot, I feel like, done this episode. Although it feels like we've only been to a couple of locations, I feel like we have got a lot done. So we are going to wrap this one up here, I'm afraid. Although we could examine the body real quick. We'll examine the body quickly together.
An
The
unusual
wound.
inflicted by a curved knife.
I suppose
which
curved
resulted
knife
in
rules out what
instant
I thought
death,
it was.
as the coroner's report says. According to the coroner, there were no
I
problems
was
nor
set
lung
on that.
congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian
I was set on that
tombs.
icicle. You know, ice pick kind of thing.
The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age.
I suppose. He doesn't look that old, does he? I mean, he does look 63, I suppose. The body. What's his... What happened to your
The
back?
bruising is in lines. Some light bruising caused by a rope. They were caused
Interesting.
by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
Possibly into the, you know, things? Into the tombs and stuff like that, I suppose? Okay, lovely. Right, we are going to end that one off there, I think. So, descending into tombs and stuff like that, I'm not too worried about the bruises. I don't think that really plays a part into his death or anything like that. I do believe that one of his fellows, obviously, was a bastard. Although, I mean, like, if someone ran in, I mean, that would be the reason for the key, right? Because he didn't lock the door behind him in the first place. And I suppose, why would you... I mean, actually, no, the key was in there, wasn't it? So he would have locked himself in. Right? The key would have had... So the killer, whoever did the key, whoever was the killer, that's the words I'm looking for, would have had to have locked himself in because the key was underneath the dead body. So whoever did it potentially ran out, got the key, came back in with the ice pick, or whatever other weapon, I suppose. And you wouldn't have seen each other because of all the steam. So that much could have been quite easily avoided, I suppose. And he was gone for those 20 minutes, so he would not have heard the door opening or closing, because it makes loud noises and everything like that. However, you would have thought the rest of their colleagues would have, which I guess in the next episode of Primes and Encouragements, you will hear from their colleagues that somebody heard somebody leaving, I suppose. But for right now, have a great day, have a great night. Whatever time zone you are in, stay happy, stay positive, stay cheesy, and I will see you guys again very soon for some more Sherlock Holmes. But if you have enjoyed it, then please check some cheddar on the like button, subscribe if you have not already, and don't forget to leave all your lovely comments in the comments section. I do look forward to getting them. Bye-bye, guys. Lots of love.